And we are racing for the 5th time in the NASCAR Cup Series season this year. 260 laps, 400 miles the scheduled distance in the field, making their first lap out of those right now. Joey Logano had a good launch on the start, probably timed to get the Penske cars down to the bottom in line as they did. Now Blaney shifts in third place to the outside. Cindric, who is in second, will go up, as well as race leader Joey Logano, and Logano will lead lap 1 today. Eric Almirola stuck on the bottom right now, as well as Chris Buescher in the 17, and then a lot of the Chevrolets behind them, like Kyle Larson, William Byron, and Austin Dillon. But top 3, single file, front of the field. I mentioned that the first... Daniel Suarez, Christopher Bell are the first 2 cars down to the bottom. They have crossed the stripe now. Final lap of the stage. Into turns 1 and 2. Kyle Busch going to be split 3 wide middle in the center of the corner as Bell gets around him on the inside. Ryan Blaney pulling out of line on Austin Cindric. He was looking to side draft him, but nobody went with him, and now he's starting to go backwards. Cindric looking to the outside of the 22 car of Joey Logano, but he's not going to get there. And Joey Logano will win Stage 1 pretty easily here at Atlanta. He has led the first 60 laps of today's race. So Logano dominates Stage 1 from the pole, wins it. Cindric will end up in second. And we'll see who will be the first car to make a move. There's a couple cars on the back half of the top 10. Denny Hamlin, Corey LaJoie working together on the bottom. They're going to move to the inside of Bowman for about 5th place. They're still the only 2 cars there. Logano's got about a 5 to 6 car length gap now in the lap cars in front of him. Cindric pushes him off into turn 1. Final lap of stage 2. Logano now in the throttle. You can see that he is closing in on the 3 of Austin Dillon, trying to time this out perfectly. That's going to keep the momentum behind him down. The 45 rather, Tyler Reddick goes to the inside, and Logano got picked behind the slower lap cars. They're 3 wide for the lead off turn 4. Cindric splits the 22, and Austin Cindric steals the Stage 2 win. Not enough of one to take the lead. Ross Chastain right in front of Harvick. He gets into him. He turns him in front of the pack, and the big one at Atlanta potentially as cars are scattering around. Kyle Busch is around. The 17 of Buescher is hard into the inside wall. Harvick is in the inside wall as well. And Ross Chastain had got into the back of Kevin Harvick at the front of the pack, and there was nowhere for most of the field to go. And there are a lot of wrecked race cars. Harrison Burton's got a toe link broken. Tough break for Buescher, who had one of the fastest cars today, as well as Kyle Busch. He got turned. I don't know how much damage he has, but he is still on the back straightaway. William Byron has pretty decent amount of damage on the left side of his car. And then when he was just kind of staying in line, he just bump drafted Harvick in a spot, again, off of turn 2. Oh, really in the middle of 1 and 2. He got into him. Harvick was sideways for a little bit before losing it completely. Josh Berry had heavy damage to his car. Tough break. He was in the top 5. Byron got squeezed against the wall between the 9 and the 4. And as Harvick spun down to the bottom of the track, it looked like Byron spun the 17 well after the fact. That is what turned him around. Byron already had severe damage, so I don't know if he really had control of his car or not. Logano was faded back. He is now side by side with LaJoie. Bell pulling out. He makes the move for second on Reddick. Logano's going to have a little help on the inside now with Bell moving down. Brad Keselowski will lead to the white flag, and this is the final lap of the race. Corey LaJoie moved to the bottom. He's going to push the 22 off into turn 1. Keselowski down to block. Logano goes to the outside. Now he's in front of Christopher Bell. He'll get to the outside of the 6 of Keselowski, who finally lost the top. LaJoie's on the bottom behind the 6. Not enough drafting help behind the 6. Logano's clear into 3 as he got a push, and now he's got a block off of turn 4. Joey Logano is going to win at Atlanta on a last lap pass, and Keselowski is going to end up finishing 3rd.